Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on San Diego.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Edwards able to push his way through. Oh, he bowls over it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
With Edwards. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Side, it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Red Dragons take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number one along with the rest of this Packer offense.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The numbers for Jones last week, 16 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Fielded just inside the 20. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to stretch out their lead. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me...
Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Fletcher Cox, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more, Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Red Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
Here's Tyler Newsome now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this one is right through. And that one ups the lead to 22-0.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 31, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A final shot before break. Rodgers
got a man. It's Tunyon.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And they've reached halftime with the score 17-10. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey has a touchdown there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington football team. Allen Robinson, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Off the option, it's Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Forced out to his left, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Touchdown! Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Red Dragons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Koo to kick it off.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Now the Packers get set to go.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing is Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Robert Tunyon, the intended target.
And it's 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Rodgers to throw. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
67 yards on the ground for him so far. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Coup for the extra point.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. That time a 6-play drive.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
Sometimes today, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return, it's Taylor. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 29, Rodgers.
Pass complete, it's Adams.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football,
and Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Again, it's Edwards.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll buy some time right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Coup now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
On the return, it's Taylor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
So for our visitors, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try
Today, from San Diego, California, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's San Diego taking on the New York Jets.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Wilson finding Crowder there, 1st down, New York.
On 1st down, Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 4 catches, 55 yards. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. They'll have a tough time.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Wilson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
Quick slant to Crowder.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's Wilson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
And now it's 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
You don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 38, Wilson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Miles Jack showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so that maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Flushed out right. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's the former quarterback, Greg Ward Jr. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This is caught by Hilton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Red Dragons have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to Ward. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The first play of the 2nd half, a big success, over 30 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll set up a throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25. A nice throw there for the 1st down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old and dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's gone from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Red Dragons have moved out in front. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Play action. Now Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
McKinnon here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis his second touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll roll him out right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's Edwards. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. After he cleared the line. Scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Now a run with Edwards. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown! Greg Ward, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Red Dragons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Wilson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Throwing again here. Wilson on the catch. It's Crowder. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away. From them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, Edwards down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run once more with Edwards. And down inside the 15 he goes. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he
couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they will take a knee here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Coup for the extra point.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 40 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Pass caught by Crowder. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Wilson.
Gonna get this to Cohen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Swings this out here for Cohen.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the home team here, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,